Hello, potato. I am not a vegan or even a vegetarian, I'm sure. Just briefly looking through the videos on this channel will tell you that. But I am interested in the increase in meat substitutes that have become available in the last few years, particularly because some of them are actually fairly convincing to the meat they're supposed to be. For example, in the past, I've tried the KFC Beyond Fried Chicken, which honestly, I think I liked better than normal KFC fried chicken. And when we were in Disneyland, I tried the Impossible Spoonful using Impossible meat at Pim's Test Kitchen. And again, I found it to be quite pleasant. Texture was a little weird, but I enjoyed it. I would totally get it again, and I would get Impossible foods again. And as more restaurants try to branch out into these meat alternatives as options for people who want meat but also don't want to eat anything that had a face on it, you've seen like, the Impossible Whopper and the Impossible $6 burger at Carl's Jr. and I'm assuming at Hardee's as well. And the newest one, you've probably seen the ads for it, or maybe you haven't, I don't know your life, is from Panda Express, of course, the home of sugar chicken, orange chicken, with their kind of bizarrely named, I would think it'd just be Beyond Orange Chicken, but no, it's Beyond the original orange chicken. And I thought, well, you know what? I have to give that a try. So I went down to my local Panda Express, picked myself up some lunch, and I thought, not only are we going to try the Beyond the original orange chicken, we're going to try it against real original orange chicken. So here we go. Here's my my 2 entree plate. I've got some half and half with some rice and some chow mein because I couldn't decide on one or the other, and they're both good, or at least as good as you get from Chinese-inspired fast food. So you probably can tell. I don't know. Maybe you can't on the camera. The screen's very small to me. I don't know what you're watching it on. It might be obvious to you, but this side here is our traditional, original orange chicken, and over here, again, to me it looks very obvious, but again, I'm not sure how much it's what you're seeing on your screen. But this would be our Beyond the original orange chicken. And to me, it's very obviously not normal orange chicken. It doesn't have like the same kind of craggles. It's not as randomly shaped. They're all kind of like little nuggets as opposed to over here where they're, it's more of a popcorn chicken. You have some just kind of irregularity in the way that things look. But then the Beyond Fried Chicken looked nothing like real fried chicken either. So, it's not like you're going to get confused looking at it. Of course, the Impossible meatball did look like a meatball. If I didn't know better, I would assume when you put it in front of me, it was a real meatball. But yeah, this is, I wouldn't necessarily assume upon receiving this that it's not really chicken. I would assume it's maybe not really high quality chicken. I would assume it's like chicken nuggets, because it looks like little half chicken nuggets as opposed to, say, like the popcorn chicken you get over here with our orange chicken. Again, very, very irregular, very kind of unevenly shaped pieces, very much like sticking together. Over here, very, not uniform exactly, but clearly formed pieces. I'm sure, yeah, like these two are basically the same shape. In fact, because most of them are basically the same shape. So, it's not like visually you're going to be confused. And of course, the point's not to trick you. The point is to satisfy the craving for chicken without having to chop the head off a chicken. So let's see how the Beyond the original orange chicken actually is. Of course, it smells like normal orange chicken because it's got the same exact sauce on it. Let's see if we can take a bite without dropping it on the floor, but so you can see the inside. So yeah, it tastes about right. It's the same sauce, same seasonings, a little bit of spice to it. The texture, though, is not what I would expect from orange chicken. It's almost a little doughy of a texture inside. But there you can see the inside of it. It looks like kind of like the inside of a very pale chicken McNugget. Yeah, the texture, I'm gonna feel like maybe it's just the way it's prepared, because I think this is the same stuff. This would be Beyond, which is what KFC was selling as well. KFC to me felt very much more like actual chicken. This feels almost a little tofu-y. But the flavor seems about right. Well, let's see how it tastes against a piece of real, actual dead chicken. So the breading on the real orange chicken, the original, I guess the original orange chicken would be what they want to call it, since they're calling this beyond the original. The breading is a lot thicker, a lot crunchier. The texture is very different. Of course, again, this doesn't have that kind of doughy texture that this does, but also I think you can see in the coloring here that the chicken is a little bit darker. Again, this looks a little tofu-y to me, especially side by side with the actual chicken meat. Now, maybe if I try like a thicker piece of chicken, let's try a thicker piece and see if how that feels like on the texture and the crust and stuff. You see, the real chicken, the crusting on it, the breading on it is very definitely not very thicker, but definitely thicker. The spice and flavor are the same, but this does have a almost a greasiness to it that this doesn't have. This is a little bit of a drier mouthfeel and taste. Yeah, this doesn't have that kind of greasy chewiness that the real chicken has. So that's interesting. So this is a situation where, unlike KFC, I don't like this better than the original, but it's passable. I mean, if you served me this, I would happily eat it. The flavor is fine. The texture is fine. I don't know that I would believe you if you told me it was actual orange chicken, or at least I wouldn't believe you that it was actually Panda Express orange chicken. Maybe like some frozen, like similar one. But it's perfectly fine. I mean, I've had those frozen kind of knockoffs too, and they're fine as well. I mean, they're not knockoffs. Panda doesn't own orange chicken, but you know what I mean. The ones that are trying to be like Panda. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad substitute if you want orange chicken and you don't want whatever it is that you object to normal chicken for. It's definitely an option. It's a good alternative. It is not going to fool, I think, many people, if anybody. Not that they're trying to. Indeed, this actually costs $1.25 more than if I just gotten it with 2 portions of orange chicken instead of half and half. So I mean, there's also the premium pricing involved on this to consider. So yeah, it's not better, I would say, and maybe it's just because it's what I'm used to, but I do like the normal orange chicken over the beyond the original orange chicken. But still, not bad. Don't regret getting it. Will not dislike eating the rest of it, because this is my lunch. And I'm going to go and eat it. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.